Alright, so I'm feeling a little lazy tonight, and I'm going to make myself the lasagna stuffed garlic bread. Garlic bread stuffed with lasagna. I went out, bought all the ingredients. They are right here. This is everything. That's it. Nothing else. I'm going to start by using a very small pot, because you don't need a huge pot. I'm going to boil, and then I'm just going to cook I'm going to go with 4 pieces of lasagna. I'm going to break them up into halves because you don't need a whole piece of lasagna. You can have it in halves when you're doing this. And I'm going to cook up the 2 links of spicy turkey Italian sausage. And I'll get everything ready and then I'll come back to you. Okay? Okay, so not to save on time, but to add flavor, I pulled the turkey sausage out of its casing. I'm cooking it up, and I'm cooking the vegetables up at the same time. I'm also going to add some mushrooms. The pot is boiling quite well. Looking great here. Got about 8 minutes. I'll get right back to you. So now what I like to do once this is done is I like to add the sauce to it. Let it all cook together. Why did I not make my own sauce? Because in the beginning of this I said I'm hungry, right? I don't have time for that. Alright, so I got a can of the Pillsbury French Bread. What you do is you take the can, you spray Pam or whatever you want, non-stick, on a cookie sheet. Then you lay it out, you roll it out, and I'll show you what it looks like. So now is when you take the garlic butter mixture that you have, and you lay it out on the inside here. Use it liberally, meaning it needs to taste like garlic when it gets done cooking. You're going to have garlic butter on the inside and outside. Now, most recipes won't tell you this, but since a majority of your lasagna is going to be in the middle, you don't have to have the middle full of garlic and butter. But don't forget about it. Just have more along the edges, because those are really going to soak up the sauce. Alright, and once we get done with that, we will then lay out some mozzarella. And by the way, any particular product you see me using, it's not an endorsement of the product, it just means it was cheap and easy to cook. So, I will be using shredded cheese instead of the big chunks of cheese they tell us to use, mainly because shredded cheese melts faster. I'm also a big fan. So, let's see what that looks like. Alright, again, because we're going with the stuffed garlic bread, you're going to have to do the shredded in the middle and not on the edges. Not necessary on the edges. I like to also use a little black and red pepper. I should give it a little shake, shake, shake around here because I like my food spicier. So we add some of that here. We'll put a little on the outside too. Now, you'll get to see me layer this puppy up. Alright, 1 strip of lasagna, a liberal serving of ricotta cheese, then a layer of our meat, sauce, and veggies. Yum, yum, yum. And then repeat. Noodles, ricotta, only this time I just used spoonsful, I didn't actually smear it. Meat, and now on the meat, I give it a good sprinkling of more cheese, because you can't have too much mozzarella. Always yummy. And again, I'm using the shredded because it melts faster. And it was cheaper, quite honestly. Alright, so we're good. Now we are at the point where I need to roll it up and fold it. Can't do that while holding a phone, so you'll have to hold on. Alright, so I have folded it. I'm now going to put more garlic butter thaw on it. The garlic butter thaw is so good. And again, Be liberal on the top. It's going to run down the edges anyway. The tips here, they don't have a lot in them. There's not really much meat here, and that's okay. What you can do there is when you cut it open, that could actually be just some of your garlic bread. Now the bottom is still on your no stick portion of your cookie sheet, so that's a good thing. We've got garlic butter here. We've got garlic butter all over there. Still got some left, and that's okay. That'll firm up, and if I need it, I'll just add it later. So now, take it over here. I like to put it in lengthwise so it cooks a little bit better. It says 8 to 11 minutes, so let's see what happens. Alright, this is what it looks like cooked. Look at that, golden brown, perfect. That garlic looks amazing. Just gonna cut right into it. Oh wow. Cut a nice little, well, you know what? I'm gonna take the spatula and slide this puppy out. Look at that. That looks delicious. You enjoy, I'm gonna enjoy. Peace.